Hey y'all, I'm Paula Deen. It's a Deen family cook-off day, and my sons and I are competing for top honors. Jaime's gonna be up first with his signature beef chili. This pot full of spicy beef and beans is always a big hit. But Bobby might just be the dark horse in the running with his simple and savory salmon fillets over couscous. And y'all don't worry about me, because I got a plan up my sleeves that's gonna knock the socks off the judges. I'm gonna be cooking up my mama's mouth-watering short rib. So judges, grab your forks and let the competition begin, because the Deen family cooking is coming your way.
Winner.
No, it's not a
Winner.
victory yet. There's no victory yet. I don't want any victory signs.
That's gonna be for me and
Guess
Michael
what's
to decide.
going on today, y'all?
Look at all my stuff.
We're we're having a Deen family cook-off. Jamie's gonna make a dish, Bobby's gonna make a dish, and moi is gonna make a dish. So we've got my beautiful daughter-in-law, Brooke,
Gonna
and
be a
somebody
hard
else is
decision.
gonna judge with you too.
Michael's gonna be here with me.
Michael. All right, who's gonna start this Deen family cook-off?
He
He
is.
is.
See y'all. Good luck.
Okie doke, I'm gonna stay and help him because I know he needs it.
Yeah, well, as you can see, this is a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff, so what can I do for
It's
you?
not a complicated recipe, but it does have a lot of steps to it, and it takes some time, but it's worth it. So,
Okay.
This is the first time we've ever made chili together.
Oh, no,
No, I think it's the first time we've done it
not.
together.
Surely it's not. Well,
So what we're gonna do, I like 2 meats in my chili. We're gonna do a ground beef, and we're gonna do some sausage.
I like 3.
So if you
Okay.
brown the meat and then chop those onions.
I'll
I'm
do
gonna
it.
get started down here. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna chop this celery. Y'all make sure, I know you've heard Mama say this before, y'all make sure and don't lose the leaves in the celery. All the flavor of celery are in these leaves, and it's really pretty in whatever you're cooking.
right, it's
So-
beautiful. It adds texture. It has a wonderful flavor.
All of my peppers and onions and things like that, I really kind of like to leave them chunky. Just chunk them out. Don't be afraid to leave a big, nice square. Okay, I've got this garlic browned off, and this is a really good base to start with. I'm gonna add my green peppers and onions and celery.
All right, all the meat's in the pot, Jamie.
Okay, I'm gonna throw these onions in, and then you just have to cook this down for a minute. Love this, love it. Okay, Mama, do me a favor, hand me the diced tomatoes, please. I'm gonna put 2 large cans of diced tomatoes down in here, and with the juice, this is where we're gonna get a lot of our liquid from. But if you would hand me that other glass dish, Mom.
Okay, and what is this, son?
Whole tomatoes. I like to put the whole tomatoes in there that have already been peeled.
Look at the texture.
Okay, here comes the chili flavor. I use cumin, and I've talked to a lot of people, and they never use cumin.
Really?
Smell that. Doesn't that smell like?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what
I
it
mean,
is.
you can't have a black bean without cumin.
So
And I
I'm gonna
noticed
guess-
you're putting black beans. You're putting
Kidney beans and chili beans.
chili beans. All I'm gonna do is just pour this meat into the colander,
Wow, that's pretty snazzy.
just like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I probably have 2 tablespoons of cumin, and this is our sautéed vegetables and tomatoes. That's not the end of that. And a good bit of this chili powder.
Takes a lot of chili
A
powder.
lot. At 4.5 ounces of chili powder, we'll go through every bit of that. And rather than try to bring all the flavor with your seasoning after it's in the bowl, just incorporate it slowly through the dish. And we're
Yeah.
gonna slow cook this too for a couple of hours, so it'll really soak it up. And this
All
is
right,
gonna
ready
bring
for
a lot
your meat?
more.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
We're gonna fold this meat in. And then I'm gonna dump our beans in. I like to drain these off because there's nothing really appealing or
You
tasty
do?
about
And
a bean juice.
And I leave the juice in.
A different thing that I do that most people don't do, I love black beans.
I put black beans in mine too. I really do, son.
Look at this beautiful pot.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I'm gonna dump the pinto beans in. Don't be discouraged, because at this point, what we're gonna do is cover this up, and the condensation is gonna drip down, and that's gonna make it a little bit juicier, and all the flavors are gonna incorporate. So as long as you got something that you taste besides bland, it's gonna be good. If you wouldn't mind getting the cover, there's one last secret ingredient.
Oh, there is.
And it doesn't matter if it's,
You get out.
as long as it's ice cold is the secret to this.
You are. I knew.
Perfect. Now, if you would cover that up.
I thought you were gonna put it in the pot.
I put it in the other pot. We've got some already made, so let's swap it out and give this other a taste.
Okay. So how long have you had this cooking?
I cooked this for about 4 hours. You don't want to put so much really that the chips are covered because they get so soggy. Just enough to kind of get them juicy. And then look at this. I'm gonna put some of your favorite shredded cheese right on top of there. Big dollop of this sour cream. A couple of these chopped up onions. Wow. How beautiful does this look?
Oh, it looks yummy.
The cheese and the sour cream.
Oh, I love this on a rainy, chilly night. Chilly, get it? Look at that.
I mean, that's really seriously delicious. Good luck beating this, Mama.
I have to tell you, it is wonderful, Jamie. So I'm gonna try to beat it though, y'all, because I'm gonna be coming up next. I'm gonna be making my mama's short ribs, and I'm gonna serve it over a hot buttered rice. Welcome back to our first ever Deen family cook-off. Can you believe it? Jamie's finished his amazing 3-bean chili, and now it's Mama's turn to take over the stove. Jamie just finished making a wonderful pot of chili, and I really have to say it was very, very good. Wonder who he learned how to cook chili from. Listen, Lady Bird's even putting in her 2 cents worth, but I'm relying on an old standard that my mama used to make, and everybody just adored her short ribs. And I'm gonna take my short ribs and I'm gonna toss them in house seasoning and seasoning salt. I want them to be big on flavor. The house seasoning, which is a cup of salt, 1/4 of a cup of black pepper, 1/4 of a cup of garlic powder. Now I'm just gonna toss this into the flour, and I'm gonna put in a couple of tablespoons of oil in my cast iron Dutch oven, and I'm gonna sear this off, and I'm not like gonna dredge this too much in flour, just enough to give it a little coat. And we're gonna brown these off. Now I remember Mama cooking them in the oven, so that's the way I'm gonna do mine today. And I especially like that way because you don't have to add as much liquid to it because it's not sitting over a direct flame, so you don't have to worry about it burning, putting enough liquid in so that it won't burn. So I really like the oven method. And while that's browning, okay, I'm just gonna give this garlic a few whacks, just enough to bust it up and let the flavors come out of it. So I'm gonna pour some beef consomme or either beef broth, whichever you choose to use. I'm gonna pour a little bit of that over the ribs. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of water. And I don't wanna cook these like drenched. I don't wanna drown them. I want that natural broth to come out of those ribs, and I want them to kind of cook down and be like in a natural gravy. I'm telling you what, if Michael Groover votes for chili or salmon, he gonna be hungry for a long time. No cookies for him. Okay, now our ribs are boiling. All right, so I'm just gonna take them out and transfer them to the casserole dish. Ooh, they're smelling so good. And these are gonna cook down. The longer they cook, the more they're gonna shrink up on us. All right, now I'm gonna take my fresh garlic. I'm just gonna toss that around on top of my meat. I'm gonna put me a few plugs of onion in there for the flavor. And I'm gonna ladle this wonderful broth over them. I'm gonna bake these at 350 for probably a couple of hours. So that's how easy short ribs are. Now I'm gonna just put this in the oven, and like I said, I'm gonna cook it for about 2 hours. It should be good and succulent and tender by then. In fact, I have some ready here, and let's just find out how good and succulent and tender. Look at them. All right, and I got some rice back here ready. Look at that beautiful rice. Ah. And it's just the way I like it. It's steaming. And I promised y'all hot buttered rice. So I'm going to just put a little pat of butter. That butter just does something to that rice. Okay. Look at that. Ooh. You can see the way that meat has kind of shrunk down, and look how tender. All right. And I want to get in there, and you can see how beautifully thick and rich this natural juices have turned into. I just want to ladle some of that over my rice. Look at that. Mama rocks. So, Jaime's chili was wonderful. Mama's short ribs are wonderful. Bobby's got to really come out here and strut his stuff. So, all you single girls, stay tuned, because he's going to need all the rooting from y'all he can get, because he's cooking salmon and couscous. It's a Deen family cook-off, y'all. Now we've got Jaime's chili, my delicious short ribs, and I can't hardly wait to taste what Bobby's gonna cook.
Mama,
What, baby?
I want you to know what the winning dish is gonna be.
Short ribs?
No, not at all.
Chili?
It might be, actually. But I'm gonna show you what I do. Salmon. And I've got like 3 or 4 pieces of salmon here, and they're like probably 4 ounces a piece, 3 or 4 ounces a piece.
Which is so good for you.
It's so wonderful for you. And not only that, it's easy to cook. There's a couple of reasons why I'm doing this. It's really quick, it's really affordable, and it's really easy. And you can cook for one with this dish, which I do quite often, actually. All I did was put a little olive oil in the bottom of this dish so the salmon doesn't stick to it. And it's so simple. I just take a regular, just a lime.
Anything I can be doing for you?
No, I don't think so. You can stand back and observe the winning dish. Just squeeze a lime over the salmon. You know how this goes together so well. I just love it. Well, you know, I've learned from you that your house seasoning is good for anything, including fish. And I was kind of surprised. It was sort of a bit of an experiment when I used it for the first time on the fish. I didn't know if I was going to ruin it or if it was going to be too strong, if it would go or whatever. But just a little, you know, I don't want to steal the flavor of the fish, so I'm not going to use a whole lot. You know, just that. A couple of pats of butter. You know, I might take that and I wouldn't use probably as much as you.
What you doing cutting it in half?
You know, don't really need that much.
Thirds?
Don't really need that much, do you? That's gonna melt down.
I hate to tell you, but you ain't gonna win using a little old teeny dab of butter.
You don't think so?
No.
Watch my smoke. All right, and the salmon and the couscous you really would want to get going at the same time, sort of, because they take about the same amount of time. This is probably 20 minutes on 350, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the oven.
I would be, what are we gonna do with all this?
What do you mean?
What you gonna do
Oh,
with
that's
all that?
afterwards. That's
Okay. So, you know, Bobby, salmon, I'm gonna go ahead, what is in this pot?
That is 2 1/4 cups of chicken broth.
Okay, so I'm gonna add your couscous.
10 ounces of couscous.
Okay.
If you're kind of home alone and cooking for yourself, this is so simple. It takes less than 30 minutes. And like I said, it's really affordable, so one of my favorite things. All right, I think the fish is probably ready, so why don't you, this will make you so happy, why don't you add some butter to the couscous for a little flavor? You want to?
You might win.
I may, with you on my team. Oh, it's so beautiful.
I think that's exactly what this dish needs.
And I've gotten, you know what, I have to tell you, this has become an acquired taste for me. I never really was a big fish fan, period. But I kind of made myself try it. And I love it.
Good, I'm glad.
And
All right,
now,
your couscous looks good now.
it looks perfect.
What are you gonna do to that now?
I add diced tomatoes to it.
Pretty much what you like.
Right. There's no recipe. This is sort of I just, you know, put it together.
Yeah.
A little feta, crumbled feta.
Love feta.
I do too. It's such a great.
Love feta.
It's such a great flavor. Nothing to it. It's so simple.
Feel free to add some more butter. And you know what? I've got some green onions here in the refrigerator. How about a little?
Oh, that'd be, yeah, please do.
I think that would be just yummy in
That's
there.
wonderful.
Okay, son, let's get you a big spoon
Okay.
so we can really, like, pile that high up in the center of your plate.
Okay.
Because this is a simple dish.
It's very simple.
But we want the presentation, you know, we want that presentation beautiful. I'm helping you win.
Thanks, Mom.
Doesn't that look delicious? And maybe the piece of fish across there. Yum.
It tastes wonderful. It's quick and it's cheap.
And
it's easy to cook for one.
I'm gonna help you some
And
more.
I do the same thing. Whenever I get finished with it, I always sprinkle the leftover tomatoes on top, and I always add a little bit more crumbled feta to it. It's
Bobby,
so simple, and it's impossible to mess up.
Really,
A winner.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that, because you know what? Folks still love meat and taters.
Well, I tell you what, Mama, we'll find out who loves what next.
Stay tuned to watch me take the crown. In case y'all have just tuned in here at the tail end of the show, Jaime and Bobby and I have had so much fun today. We've had a Deen family cook-off. The judges today are gonna be judging Jaime's homemade chili, Bobby's salmon over couscous, and my mama's wonderful tender short ribs over buttered rice.
I think I'm gonna taste my husband's chili first, so.
Okay.
Doesn't that look awesome, y'all? Isn't that awesome?
Pretty good.
The winner is?
Well, not good.
Now try the ribs. Y'all try the short rib.
Oh, that's not any good. Spit that out.
It me most dish good.
Reel it in, baby. Reel it in. What?
I love it.
Delicious.
All right, now y'all taste the
Delicious.
winner.
Just delicious.
All right, but
Okay, this is my salmon, and it's just salmon fillets over couscous with some diced tomatoes and a little feta cheese in there. And it looks so good. In fact, it looks like the #1 dish on the table.
Not.
Spit that out, baby. Spit that out.
That is delicious.
You think we should try it again? Try another?
I think we should.
I think y'all should too.
What's going on here?
What's your favorite, Brooke?
Well, they are all extremely delicious.
But
Oh.
But,
Jelly.
and baby, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I think I might like the salmon. I think I
the
might.
salmon,
And it's healthy too, right, Bobby?
It is, bro.
I like all of them. But believe it or not, I think I like the chili the best.
You all.
well, you know what, Michael?
What?
A victory for my children is a victory for me. So I'm thrilled that they won. And if y'all believe that BS, stay tuned for tomorrow's show. Love and kisses and best dishes, y'all. From our cook-off to yours.